Hi beautiful people, you're welcome back to Prudy's Kitchen. Today we're making salted caramel cinnamon rolls. So good. If you're new here, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. So without wasting time, let's get into the video. So today we need 380 grams of all-purpose flour, 50 grams of caster sugar, 50 grams of melted butter, 7 grams of yeast, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 190 grams of warm whole milk. I combined my sugar, milk, and yeast, stirred it, and set it aside to activate. Also, before I forget, the ingredients and their exact measurements are in the description box below. In the bowl of my stand mixer, I threw in the flour, the egg, and the activated yeast. I mixed it for a couple of seconds and added the melted butter, continued mixing while I added the salt. And then I mixed it for a total of 5 to 6 minutes, okay, or until the dough was sticky, smooth, and stretchy. Okay, that's what we're looking for. You could totally do this by hand, but you're going to need a wooden stick to turn it because it's a very sticky dough. After kneading, I put it in a bowl, covered it, and set it aside to proof for about an hour or until it doubled in size. And while our dough is proofing, let's go ahead and make the salted caramel sauce. We're going to need a cup of caster sugar, a cup of heavy whipping cream, 6 tablespoons of water, and a tablespoon of vanilla essence. So right now, I'm going to combine my vanilla and my heavy whipping cream. Then set it aside, and in a pot I'll add the water and the sugar. Stir it a bit, nothing much, just to combine the sugar and the water, and let it cook. Okay, so from this point I'm not going to stir it anymore until the sugar is completely caramelized. The sugar has caramelized and darkened the way I like it, so I took it off the heat and immediately added the heavy whipping cream to it. With the whipping cream inside, it was all over the place. You're going to have to be very careful not to get burnt. Next to, we're making salted caramel sauce here. So we added a teaspoon of salt. Then I put it in a plate and let it cool down for some minutes. And then I added a heaped teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Next, I added a tablespoon of cornstarch into the caramel sauce. This is not to thicken it, but it's to make it stick more to the cinnamon roll when it's baking. Next, I lined my baking dish with parchment paper, and right now the dough has completely doubled in size and it's time to roll it out. So here we are. After rolling it, I cut off the edges, divided it into 8 equal parts, and then cut it with a rope. You could also cut it with a knife, but the rope gives it a perfect clean cut. After cutting and arranging them in the baking dish, I covered it and let it proof again for about 25 minutes. Next, I baked it at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes or until the edges were golden brown. So this is 25 minutes later. The cinnamon roll is completely done, but we're going to still add some more of that sticky goodness to it, okay? So I put some more on it, brushed it up a bit, and then popped it back into the oven for another 6 to 7 minutes. You know why? Because in this caramel sauce, there's cornstarch, okay? So we don't want to eat raw cornstarch. So I put it back in the oven to cook for about, let's say, 7 more minutes until it was just done. And then here it is. Take a look at this goodness. Okay, I'm going to pop this one right now into my mouth. And before I go, I thank you guys so much for watching me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.